Hey guys, welcome back to Do It Live, and I have a new video here for you guys today. It's about the Nintendo Switch, that new console that they announced over there at Nintendo. So what we've seen from the video is that it's a home console, and then you can detach it, take it on the go, and have a portable console that you can resume right away, no problems. You just pick it up and go and play wherever you'd like. You want to take it to your friend's house, you guys want to play side by side, play some multiplayer games while you both have a screen, you can do that. You want to take it to the park, you can play at the park. You need to take it on a train, a plane, anywhere you need to commute. You have a nice console without compromise, as seen in the video. So the question is, and the question that a lot of people have been asking is, how good will it be? What kind of graphics can it output, and what kind of games can it handle? And let's try to figure this out today. So, with the Nintendo Switch, it's really hard to guess how good the console will be because they've announced that they're using an Nvidia chip, which is going to be similar to the Tegra X1 that's out right now in their Shield tablets. The only thing is, that is an Android tablet. You can't play full console games on that. And you wouldn't be able to assume because it'd be coded differently since it'll be coded for Android or iOS, whichever. So, what do we have that we can take a look and try to make a good comparison? What I was trying to think of is something in a tablet form that's playing full-fledged games that will be similar to the Switch. So the closest thing that I could think of and that we have is the Razer Edge. This is a 10-inch tablet from Razer running full Windows. That's actually just a Switch there, but that's okay. It's a full Windows tablet that has a dedicated graphics card in a form factor like this. This is probably the closest thing we have to a Switch right now until it comes out in March 2017. So let me tell you a little bit about the Razer Edge. It has an i5-3337U, at least a base model that you can get an i7. That is still a dual core, so it's not that big of a jump, but this is a 1.6 gigahertz dual core processor and has an Nvidia GT640M LE. Really long name. What does that mean? It's got 2 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, not even GDDR5. But we'll be taking a look at the spec sheet in a little bit to try to see the comparisons between the X1 that's in the Shield tablet and what's in here. Again, like I mentioned, there'll be different architecture because it's from ARM to something like a full-fledged graphics card and an x86 or x64 processor. So we'll be trying to draw conclusions and try some games to see what we could potentially get out of a form factor like the Switch in something of a portable tablet. This is portable, you can play games on the go, it's got good cooling and everything, so this is the closest thing that we have. So now that we've taken a look at the spec sheet, that doesn't give us a full comparison. Again, like I mentioned, they're different architecture, different platforms, so we're not entirely sure how that might work out. But we can still draw some conclusions from the spec sheet and actually running some games on this. So, as you can see, the GT640M LE does beat the X1 in some areas. However, the clock speed is low and it is older technology, and hopefully the new custom chip or the second generation of the X1 Tegra processor that's powering the tablet or the potential Switch will probably be of a newer architecture and a bit stronger. So we'll use this just as a comparison, just to see what you could get in this form factor, and we'll see if we can run some of the games that they promised in the video. So some of the games that they promised in that video was Skyrim. Easily we can try to run Skyrim on this hardware because it's a PC game, so no problem. We'll run Skyrim on here and we'll see what kind of frames we can put out there. For Mario Kart, obviously there's no Mario Kart for PC. Unfortunately, us PC gamers have to go in and get a dedicated Nintendo console in order to play something like Mario Kart, but we do have one game. It's the the Sonic transformed kart racing game. So again, it's a kart racer, it has power-ups, it's a similar graphical quality or graphical style, so I think it should represent how well the Switch will be able to run something like Mario Kart, what kind of graphic settings it'll be able to run, how it'll look, and all that stuff. Again, this tablet is 1366 by 768, which is close enough to the 720p that the Switch will be running, and that has been confirmed online at different news outlets, and Nintendo has confirmed it themselves that the Switch will be running a 720p when you undock it from the Switch dock, whatever it's going to be called. So another game that I wanted to run is something that will rival and represent the Switch's capability to run things like the Xbox One and the PS4 can. So one game that we can use to sort of benchmark that is Overwatch. Overwatch is out on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. It's decently demanding, it looks great, and you would need good frames to be able to run it. So we'll see if we can run Overwatch on this and how well we can run it, the graphical settings we can run it at, and the frames that will output on that. And the last game that we could try is NBA 2K17, although that game is massive, and almost any hardware can play NBA 2K17. It's not a hard game to run. Let's take a look at these games. We'll try it out a little bit, and we'll see what frames we can output and how good it looks. So you guys have seen it here. We tried those games, we got those frames, we got those settings. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think of this comparison, and if this gives you a good idea of what the upcoming Switch can output and play, and what kind of things you can get on the go. I'm definitely excited for the Switch with the results that we have gotten here, which may be worse than what the Switch is actually outputting, especially since the Switch will be a dedicated gaming console and the chip will be designed for gaming, whereas this is an all-purpose tablet that just had a graphics card in it. So hopefully the Switch does better than it performed here today, and we get a good portable home console medley that we've all been asking for a long time. So again, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Are you going to get the Switch? Does this prove some justice for the upcoming console? And what do you think about the comparison? What else could I do to try to see what the Switch might be like when it comes out in March 2017? Again, if you liked the video, hit that like button, get subscribed, and I'd love to see you guys here for the videos I make weekly. And again, don't forget to do it live.